안녕하세요. 아이린님. 1차적으로 독서를 했고 오늘은 꼭 이메일에 감사노트를 써야 되기 때문에 책을 그대로 한번 읽어보겠습니다. 지금 얼굴에 마스크 붙이고 있어서 페이셜 마스크 붙이고 있어서 조금 힘들거든요. 발음이 좀 명확하지 않더라도 이해해 주시길 바래요. 살기 위해 먹는 것처럼 살기 위해 독서해야 합니다. 습관의 힘입니다. 습관은 한번 들이기 쉽지 않지만 습관이 된 일상은 하지 않으면 어색합니다. 그 찝찝함에 나도 모르게 책을 펼칩니다. 독서는 종이에 박힌 활자를 읽는 것이 아니라 그 활자가 내 언어로 변해가는 과정입니다. 제 생각에는 이 책을 읽는 것보다는 영상을 보면서 정리를 하는 게 더 좋을 것 같아요. Okay, I think that's better. So it's kind of hard, but like I'm going to read English version of book, which is today's book is 스칼라단스 책을 한번 읽어보도록 할게요. 오래간만에 한동안 또 스칼라단스님에게 푹 빠져 있었던 시절이 있었는데 이거 지금 페이셜 마스크 때문에 지금 발음이 잘 될지 모르겠습니다. 그래도 이거 활동은 잊어버리면 안 되니까 한번 책을 읽어볼게요. Happiness. The only reason of going in life is maximizing your total lifetime experience of something called happiness. That might sound selfish, but it's not. A normal person needs to treat others well in order to enjoy life. For the sake of argument, let's assume you're normalish. If you want to boost your happiness, it helps to understand what happiness is and how it works. You might think the science of happiness is fairly obvious, but it's not. Happiness is like gardening, only seems simple. Let's just start by defining happiness and agreeing on what causes it. My definition of happiness is that it's a feeling you get when your body chemistry is producing pleasant sensations in your mind. That definition is compatible with the science of happiness. It's tempting to imagine happiness as a state of mind caused by whatever is happening in your life. By that way of thinking, we are largely victims of cold world that sometimes rewards our good work and that sometimes punishes us for no reason. That's a helpless world view, and it can be blind to a simple system for being happier. Science has done a good job in recent years of demonstrating that happiness isn't as dependent on your circumstances as you might think. And you know from your own experience that some people seem to be happy no matter what is going on in their lives, while others can find happiness no matter how many things are going right. You're all born with a limited range of happiness, and the circumstances of life can only give us around within the range. The good news is that anyone who has experienced happiness probably has a capacity to spend more time at the top of his or her personal range and less time near the bottom. In my case, the baseline is spans between happy and unhappy, so staying near the top of my narrow range makes all the difference. To do that, I treat myself like a moist robot I am and manipulate my body chemistry as I need it. I also try to improve my situation and circumstances whenever I can, but I see that as 20% of the solution. The big part, the 80% of happiness is nothing but a chemistry experiment. And it's hugely helpful to think of it that way. You can always quickly fix whatever is wrong in your environment, and you can prevent negative thoughts from delivering in your head. But you can easily control body chemistry through lifestyle, and that in turn will cause your thoughts to turn positive while making the bumps in your path feel less important. As you get to the mechanics of manipulating your body chemistry, obviously your doctor can give you a pill to change your mood, antidepressants and their big business. And you can change your chemistry by drinking alcohol or doing recreation drugs. The problem with each of those methods is that it comes with risks and side effects you'd rather avoid. I advocate a more natural approach. For starters, the single biggest trick of manipulating your happiness chemistry is being able to do what you want when you want. I'm contrasting that with the more common situation in which you might be able to all the things you want, but you can't open to them when you want. The timing of things can be more important than intrinsic value of the things. You need to control the order and the timing of things to be happy. It's important to look at happiness in terms of the timing, because in the timing is easier to control the resources. It's hard to become rich enough to buy your own private island, but relatively speaking, it's easier to find a job with a flexible hours. A person with a flexible schedule and average resources will be happier than a rich person who has everything except an inflexible schedule. Step 1 in your search for happiness to continually work toward having control of your schedule. Those parents may have all the stuff they could ask for, but no flexibility to enjoy what they want and when they want. By any definition, what I'm doing is work, but because oh my gosh. But because I can control the timing of it on this particular day, it doesn't feel like work. I transform the work into pleasure simply by having control over when I do it. In your personal life and your career, consider schedule flexibility when making any big decision. Realistically, just remember to keep your eye out for ways to maximize your schedule freedom in the long term. It's just sometimes you want to work toward. That brings me to the next important mechanism for happiness. Happiness is more to do with the where you're heading than where you are. We tend to feel happy when things are moving in the right direction and unhappy when the things are trending back. The directional nature of happiness is one reason. It's a good idea to have a sport or a hobby that leaves you plenty of room to improve every year. Slow and steady improvement in anything makes you feel that you're on the right track. The feeling of progress stimulates your body to create chemicals that make you feel happy. When you choose a career, consider whether it will lead to a lifetime of ever improved performance. As a cartoonist, my drawing skills have slowly improved over most of my career, and that is a source of happiness for me. If you're lucky enough to have career options and then only one of them affords a passive continual improvement, choose the one, all else being equal. The next element of happiness is you need to master imagination. I wrote about this in the context of raising your energy, which is closely related to happiness, but it bears repeating in the chapter. Pessimism is often failure of your imagination. If you can envision the future being brighter, it lives in an energy and gooses the chemistry in your body that produces a sensation of happiness. If you can even imagine improve the future, you won't be happy no matter how well your life is going right now. I find it easier to dream that a future will be better. And today, by far, I like to imagine the following that is specular and breathtaking. The daydream need not be accurate in terms of predicting the future. Simply imagining better future hacks your brain chemistry and provides you with the sensation of happiness today. Being happy raises in your energy level and that makes it easier to pursue the steps and toward the real world happiness. These are the keys in which your imagination can influence the real world. Don't let reality control your imagination. Let your imagination be the user interface to steer your reality. The next important thing to remember about happiness is that it's not mastery of mind and it's not magic. Happiness is a natural state for most people whenever they feel healthy, have a flexible schedule, and expect their future to be good. I exercise and I had my healthy reward snack, and now I'm totally happy, even though I'm working at rewriting and tweaking the chapter. Taking care of my body always influences my happiness more than whatever task I'm involved in. That's an important point because normally when you feel unhappy, you blame your mood or whatever environment is just serving up to you. I'm here to tell you that the primary culprit in your bad mood is deficient into one of the 5 flexible schedule, imagination, sleep, diet, and exercise. I've explained to the number of people my observation about how exercise, diet, sleep influence mood. The usual reaction is blank expression followed by a range of topics. No one wants to believe that a formula for happiness is as simple as daydreaming, controlling your schedule, napping, eating right, and being active every day. Based on a lifetime observation, my best estimate is that 80% of your mood is based on how your body feels, and only 20% is based on your genes and circumstances, particularly your health. Ask yourself this question. At times, when you exercise early in the day, eating well, hydrated, and had enough sleep, and what percentage of those times you have found yourself in a good mood? I'll bet you don't know the answer to the question because it's not a sort of thing anyone pays attention to. But now I've put the idea in your head, you automatically find yourself noticing the link between daily body maintenance and the not so mysterious happiness. I predict you will observe that your good moods are highly correlated with exercise, diet, and sleep. Exercise is 2 very different benefits that are hard to untangle. The exercise itself releases natural pain relief substances, endorphins, and giving you a direct feeling of well-being. But exercise also meant to escape from the whatever was and stressing you before you leisure in your athletic shoes. That's why I recommend forms of exercise and occupy your mind at the same time your muscles. Exercise also helps you sleep better. Okay. I put on my mask. It's much better for me to speak. Okay, it was really hard to read the book. Reading a book. Okay, my mask. My neck, no, okay. It's kind of multitasking because I just put my mask to care my facial treatment and condition. Then while you're reading books, that's why. Okay, that's good. Okay, spend my time more patience. Okay, so and I've explained to a number of people my observation about how exercise, diet, and sleep influence mood. Yeah, the usual reaction is a blank expression of how our brains are topic. No one wants to believe that a formula for happiness is as simple as daydreaming, controlling your schedule, napping, eating right, and being active every day. Based on a lifetime of observation, my best estimate is that 80% of your mood is based on how your body feels, and only 20% based on your genes and your circumstances, and particularly your health. Ask yourself a question. At times, when you exercise earlier in the day, eaten well, hydrated, and had enough sleep, what percentage of those times have you found yourself in a good mood? Well, but you don't know the answer to the question because it's not a sort of things anyone pays attention to. But now I would put an idea of your head, you automatically find yourself noticing the link between a daily body maintenance and your not so mysterious happiness. I predict you will observe that your good moods are highly correlated with exercise, diet, and sleep. Definitely. Exercise has two very different benefits that they have to untangle. The exercise itself releases natural pain relief substances and endorphins, and that gives you a direct and a feeling of well-being. But exercise is also mental escape from whatever wasn't stressing you before you race in your athletic shoes. That's why I recommend forms of exercise that occupy your mind at the same time as your muscles. Exercise also helps you sleep better, so that's a double benefit. Of the big five factors in happiness, flexible schedule, imagination, diet, exercise, and sleep, my pick for the most important is exercise. If exercise sounds like a lot of work, we form a chapter the easiest way to become active. If you reason in five elements for happiness, it seems incomplete. That's intentional. I know you might also want sex and a soulmate, fame, recognition, a feeling of importance, career success, and a lot more. My contention is that you have five prolonged pursuit of happiness will act as a magnet for the other components of happiness you need. When you're fit, happy, and full of energy, people are far more likely to have sex with you, be your friend, and hire you, sometimes at the same time. But a smarter approach is to take care of yourself first, and use the success to leverage to get everything else you need. After some self-reflection, I realized that I wasn't feeling a trip. I no longer had a primary purpose in life because I had already achieved it. It wasn't an eerie feeling, unreal and unsettling. I had no kids then at the time, so I had no reason to achieve anything more. I had a deep well below my baseline happiness and I wasn't rebounding. The way I climbed out of the funk wasn't realizing that my newly acquired resources could help me change the world in some small and positive ways. Unhappiness that is causing too much success in a high-class problem. There's a sort of unhappiness people work all their lives to get. If you find yourself there, and I hope you do, you will find your attention naturally turning outward. You will seek happiness through service to others. I promise it will feel wonderful. Routine. People become unhappy because they have too many options in life. The problem with the option is in choosing any path can leave in a Poland with the SEPTA. You quite rationally think that one of the paths in the chosen may have worked out better. They can't eat at you. That's why I find great comfort in routine. I never waste a brain cell in the morning trying to figure out what to do when. Compared with some people, who spend 2 hours in planning and deciding for every task and it takes 1 hour to complete. I am happier than those people. Recapping the happiness formula. Eat right, exercise, get enough sleep, imagine an incredible future, work to a flexible schedule, do things that you can steadily improve it, help others, and reduce daily decisions to routine. If you do those 8 things, then the rest of it what you need and stimulate the chemistry of happiness in your brain will be a lot easier to find. In fact, the other components of happiness imitate to six, such as career, opportunities, love, and friends, might find their way to you, and if you make yourself an attractive target. Okay,